Hey, everyone, to stick with us versus Herd. If it's your first time here, let the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications from when we go live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before market open. Tap the bell. And if you want to join the UVH fam, our community, links are below in the description to our Discord and our options trading group on Facebook. If you are here right now, say what up. We currently have the S&Ps up 26, Dow's up 306, Nasdaq is actually down 7. Nasdaq taking a bit of a beating right now. What's going on, Keith? Chad, Derek, Kevin, Jeff, Hank, Rodney, how we doing? Good morning. It's a little noisy. They're doing like construction outside of my house, so it's a little noisy right now. Let's see what's going on here. If you guys could do me the favor, hit the like button. But right now, the S&Ps just took a pretty big dump here. SPY is at 302 currently. After closing last night, just under after closing right at 299. SPY SPY closed right at like the 200-day moving average right in here, so it's popping up now. So it definitely looks bullish, but we do have some things that are going on. Let's say this morning. First off, where's the Here it is. First off, we have some of the social media companies are on a watch right now. Trump says Republicans feel that social media platforms totally silence conservative voices. We will strongly regulate or close them down, which is, I don't know. I don't think you can do that, but we will strongly regulate or close them down before we can ever allow this to happen. We saw what they attempted to do and failed in 2016. We can't let a more sophisticated version of that happen again, just like we can't let large-scale mail-in ballots take root in our country. So that's a pretty serious allegation here. Trump is pissed because Twitter slapped on a fact checker on top of some of his tweets regarding mail-in ballots, and now he's feeling censored, even though you can still tweet what you want. They just have a fact checker in there about mail-in ballots, and it's not even on all his tweets. But he's pissed about that, and unfortunately, I closed out my Facebook short yesterday, but Facebook dipping down 228. Probably should have kept my Facebook short open, but you don't know. You're just kind of moving with the market. You don't know that Trump is going to tweet whatever he tweets. This is like Amazon shareholders, Alibaba shareholders. I mean, unfortunately, this is what we've been living with for the last 4 years. So I'm definitely not surprised. In the very beginning, I was surprised when a president would single out companies and attack companies like Amazon. But now we're not surprised, What's going on, Slick, David, Nicholas, Ringy, Michael? I'm doing well. So just be mindful right now. Social media companies. My password expired here. Hold on. Social media hosts, Facebook. Facebook rip. I had a short position on it. I should have kept it open, but you don't know. I thought it was just gonna blast off yesterday. Facebook tapped 240, came down to 232, and now it's at 228 right now. So my original trade idea for this was to come back to 220 and possibly create some sort of support around 220. However, it looks like I might have been right, but I didn't let it play out. So that's just the way it goes. Snap also down a little bit. Snap is not down as much, but Snap's been holding up relatively well after earnings. Had a huge gap up, and now it's just basically pinging between 17 and 18 here on Snap. But if it's gonna break down 1733, it needs to really break like the 1650 area to start like a trend reversal. Twitter, I don't think Twitter's being harmed that much in this Twitter's down a tad. It's down 75 cents or so, but not too bad. Not too bad. So just be mindful. Social media companies are on watch. So that was my long term. So it's not. The thing is with this it was a threat. It was a threat, but there wasn't anything that they said he was gonna do. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think he can close them down, but But just be mindful. Social media companies. If you're thinking about going long, social media companies right now, just be aware a tweet can happen and wreck your position. Let's see here. CCL looking good in the pre-market. How's everyone doing? Andrew, SDC. Let's check SDC. SDC. I haven't traded SDC. It looks pretty. Looks pretty bullish here. It ramped up to 10 and it came back down. Now, it looks like a pretty healthy move back up to the upside. Probably back up to 10. Looks pretty healthy. Not really any resistance here until like 10 area. To be house like to trade the option, but for some reason I'm having a problem understanding it. Oh, to be honest. Yeah, listen, if you're new to trading options, don't be discouraged. Options trading is freaking hard. It's hard. And I say this a lot, but people expect that they can just go in, start trading options, bing, bang, boom. And obviously, you might have beginner's luck. Maybe you hopped on a stock like SDC, bought a call, got lucky, right? But if you're doing this every day, day in, day out, you have to understand this is a marathon, and understanding options, it's complex. It's complex, and like I said, things throw you off all the time. Political nonsense. Short sellers, research firms, hedge funds. Everyone's out. Everyone has their own agenda, pushing things to the media, upgrades, downgrades. So if you feel like you're in over your head, just take it slow, and just try to understand what things mean and be an observer. Be that fly on the wall. Like when you don't know what's going on, you kind of have to sit back, watch, take a look at where things are, see how prices react when certain things happen. Like how does Apple move in correlation with the S&P, stuff like that. You just want to take it easy. Watch, learn, soak it in. It takes time. People expect. Yesterday I lost $600, but there's been many days where I made $1,000 or $1,500 in a day, and people want to do that. But to get to that point, it takes a lot of hard work. So if you're willing to put in the work, if you're not willing to put in the work for options, then don't do it. Buy a stock, hold for a long time, and forget about it. But if you're willing to put in the work for options, yes, you can be successful, but it takes a lot of time and a lot of work. Yo, Luke, what's going on? Glad you're here. You Miss Manley, how you doing? Thoughts on UMA? OOMA. Yeah, they had earnings. Yeah, earnings is kind of slowing down here a little bit. Like this week we only have a few that I was looking at. I was only looking at like Costco, maybe NIO, the dollar stores, possibly retailers, stuff like that. But nothing not too exciting. Now, Ariana, I'm under construction right here. This whole thing's under construction. I know this is not the ideal setup. I got a freaking coaxial cable behind me. We got. This is not my setup. I'm actually a little pissed about what this is, but it's a work in progress. I've redid, like over the weekend. I was redoing my whole office studio here, and I got it. This is the best I could get it to look like in time for a live stream. But yeah, I mean, it's gapping up. This has been really range bound. I was looking at this earlier, up in here, a little bit dangerous at the 15 and a half area. It bounced up here pre-market, but as you can see, a little bit dangerous up in the 15 and a half area where we could have a potential double top. But we'll see if we could break through. We're doing good. Matt, VXX, thoughts on VXX? So I am still in VIX. I still am in VIX calls or VXX calls. I mean, there is a pretty good downtrend here. However, we kind of have a mixed market right now. And the reason why I didn't sell them, I was thinking like, okay, maybe I should just cut losses tomorrow, clean the slate, let's start over, let's realign the positions and move forward. And that's what you need to do sometimes. But what really made me hold was the way it was reacting in the afternoon. I mean, this ripped from 32.80 all the way up to 34, like basically 34, a little bit higher than 34 here, 34.10 area. And I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna hold because I have some long positions. If those positions go against me, I have VXX to kind of balance it out. So I'm just gonna hold on. Yeah, I'm definitely wearing the money hat today. Nothing worth having comes easy. Yeah, I mean, anything like. Any career. I don't know why people think options trading is different. If you're trying to make money, making money a legit and honest way doesn't come easy. It won't ever come easy. What's up with Hertz? They're filing bankruptcy. Or they filed bankruptcy, but I think they're allowed to, trading will resume for the stock, I think like next week or something. So... yeah, JPM, but VXX, I mean, that's the reason why I hold. I mean, it is in a pretty heavy downtrend. However, I mean, 33, still really, really high. So volatility is expected to stay high. JPM, yeah, JP Morgan, XLF, I mean, these are all ripping. BAC, Bank of America, just ripping. So some of these, let's see, Bank of America, 25 and a half. Bank of America up here will clear the area of resistance here. JP Morgan right now at 10, just over 100. So JP Morgan really needs like the 105 area to start kind of clearing this. Otherwise, I feel like if it gets rejected up in here, we're still going to be pinging back and forth, which, in terms of options trading, pinging back and forth is a really good option, like a really good thing because, I mean, yes, it sucks for people that have long-term investing and their investments not growing. But for options traders, it becomes very predictable just pinging back and forth, and we have a higher probability of making money being range-bound. Do you see any of the airlines worth adding to your watch list or sticking to your usual plays? Today for me, I mean, the airlines, where we got UAL's at 31. Yeah, UAL, actually, if it's breaking 31, it's like 32 almost. It might break trend here. What I've been waiting for like the airlines is a trend reversal. And so far, it hasn't happened, but it may happen today. Where right now, if these could break like the 32.50 area, we might potentially get a trend reversal, and we can ride like UAL up to 40, and Delta, same thing. Right now it's at what, 27.40. So it's right here. It's right here at resistance. So I think today is going to be really important. It's going to be right here at resistance. So this is definitely interesting. It's make it or break it. So if the airlines can have a trend reversal, I don't mind trading them. And if it looks like it's getting rejected, maybe I'll short them. Maybe we'll do that. Buying a call. Short, or can you only short buying puts? I mean, you can short calls if you want. That would be a short if you short calls. But I don't recommend it. If you don't know what you're doing, I don't recommend it. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Hertz is going anywhere. It's just, who knows what it's worth. Couple plays that I'm looking at this morning. Netflix, I'm looking for a day trade in Netflix today. Obviously, this has not been going well. This has not been a good week for Netflix. It is currently, in the last week, it's almost down 50 points in the last week. What I'm looking at is it can it come down to 400 area, and this is kind of like the bounce area. Can it come to 400? That is what I am looking for. I don't know if I'm going to short it. I would think I would prefer at this point to get a little bit long if it can show signs of a bounce. But as you can see, yesterday was a little tricky. It fell. It tried to bounce. It tapped out here on the 422, 423 area, and just glided its way all the way down again. And Zoom, I'm actually long Zoom right now, which is not good. So Zoom, I'm actually long for a run up into earnings, but it looks like investors are bailing on Zoom. So we'll see. We'll see what happens around here on the 159 and 160 area. Right now it's at 159. We'll see what happens. Also Docu, I'm a little bit long as well, which is basically near yesterday's lows. So we'll see what happens with Docu and Zoom, but we may have to exit these positions. I'm long DKNG. DKNG looks like it's gapping up to 34 area, close at 33.39, so it's gapping up like a buck. But the more talk we have about the sports, I'm in what am I in? Yeah, I'm in June. I have the June 35 calls, so that looks to be pretty good. Did you touch on the cruise lines? I did not. Yeah, I'd be careful with LK too. LK, you just got to be careful. I mean, we talked about this a little bit yesterday. You have to be careful. We don't know what's real, what's not real. We don't know if the cash they have on hand is the cash that they have. We just don't know. We don't know. We don't know because they were under investigation for fraud. They got delisted for like a month. I mean, I think there's easier trades. I mean, sure, yes, you can make money. And people did make money from $1.33 to $2.13. But, I want to sleep at night. I want to have peace of mind. And I generally steer away from companies that are under investigation, potential fraud, especially accounting. That's one of the worst. So it's bad. I mean, what people look at is like, oh, this could go back up to, it's at $2. I'm getting a great deal at the 51. It was valued at $51 based on accounting fraud. So it's not a real valuation. It's not a real. Let's look at the cruise lines. You guys were suggesting cruise lines, CCL. I mean, everything, travel. Also, Disney's running up. Travel. We'll look at the Disney as well, but this is CCL's at 18. This looks like to be gapping up to basically where resistance is as well. Disney, I mean these charts all look the same. Disney looks a little bit better. It's at 123, gapping up. Disney's supposed to be submitting plans today to Orange County, based on what the reopening plans are going to be. So watch out for Disney. Disney usually is a fader, but yesterday it didn't fade at all. It just held all day long. So just be mindful. Disney is submitting plans to Orange County today on what their plans are to reopen. Microsoft. Man, the tech stocks are getting a beating. Tech stocks are getting a beating, kind of like Zoom, and I think they're just up at resistance here. I mean, they hit the wall, and this is what we're looking at Apple as well. I'm going to be looking at Apple, but right up here, 187. Yesterday, Microsoft hit 187 area. Yesterday, opened up around 186, 87, fell all the way down to 181. So that's currently at 181. So it's having a flat open. It's down a few pennies here, but I mean, it's just getting stopped out here. I think it needs a catalyst for it to obviously move up. So I think this is dangerous. Apple, what's Apple at? Apple's at 317. So Apple's coming up as well. It got rejected yesterday around the 323. So kind of the same story as Microsoft. However, it hasn't spent as much time up here as Microsoft has. It's been running, but I mean, you gotta be careful about this area. So this is what I'm watching. I did take my short position off Apple yesterday just because like we were just having massive runs. And I'm like, okay, we had a massive gap up yesterday. We're probably gonna have a massive gap up tomorrow. We do, but the tech stocks are just not running, and I feel like it's just rotation. You know, like this money's coming out of Apple and Microsoft and being pushed into the banks and the airlines. It seems. You know, it seems like rotation. So the stocks that have been running are not performing as well, and they're going into underpriced stocks. MGM 18. Did Vegas reopen or no? Does anyone know if Vegas reopened? I don't know if they did. I thought they were going to. Let's see here. Vegas. Oh, so Vegas is June 4th, it's saying. What the? Okay, so Vegas is saying June 4th. The LA Times is saying June 4th. Okay, so yeah, I mean you might wanna have some sort of sympathy plays here, but you want to be careful what's priced in, what's not priced in. I'm thinking now. Here's the deal. People are now. This is my opinion. People are thinking that reopening, people are going to be slow. People are going to be cautious. But what we've seen from our friends in Florida and in Wisconsin and states that are fully open, that people just don't give a F and they're going to go do what they want to do. And they're cooped up and they're going crazy. I mean, we have, like in Illinois here, people are going to Wisconsin just to go out to eat, go out to party, go out to, like, because Illinois is still locked down, but Wisconsin's not. And people are going across the border here to go out to dinner, do fun things. And here you can't do anything right now. So I'm thinking with the casinos and Vegas reopens, I'm thinking it's going to be busy. I think it's going to be busy. That's my opinion. I could be completely wrong, but the beaches are crowded. I mean, Wisconsin. I mean, because I live in Illinois, Wisconsin is jammed. Everyone on my timeline is like, "Oh, we went over. We had dinner on the lake in Wisconsin. We're doing this and hey, whatever, man." Like, but I think that's the way it is because I mean, a lot of people are cooped up. They don't have anything to do. They don't have a job. They're not trading options. They're just sitting there staring at the wall, not making themselves better, not making better versions of themselves. They're just staring at the wall, saying, we're so bored, let's go to Wisconsin. I don't care right now if I get the COVIDs. We're going to go out. We're going to go have some fun. You can't take away our freedoms. There's some really good research I've seen lately showing the chances are low to catch COVID through asymptomatic carrier. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that you should live in fear. Like, I definitely don't live in fear, but you know, I think that the herd, as you would say, is pricing in that we're gonna have a long period of time where things are gonna, especially with headlines. I saw a headline. What was the headline this morning? Well, basically, it said Europe wasn't I don't remember where it was, but it's basically the headline was on Bloomberg was Europe is expecting not to recover until 2022 at the earliest. You know, and headlines like that make you bearish, but you know it's the whole us versus herd mentality, really. So I don't know. Yeah, I mean. Yeah. I don't know, but it's definitely interesting. But I feel like once people are allowed to, and if people have money, they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it. If people are allowed to and they have money, they're gonna do it. And even myself, I feel like I've become like a little bit less lenient on what I am doing, you know, and what I want to do. You know, based versus when the coronavirus pandemic first erupted, you know, I feel less cautious. I feel like our guard's down a little bit. Maybe that's good. Maybe the coronavirus is going away, or maybe we're all gonna get sick. Either way, Let's just see what happens, Calls in the airlines? Yeah, it doesn't look like a bad idea, Slick. Doesn't look like a bad idea. BUD. You guys are looking at BUD? 47. Yeah, this is gapping up pretty big right now. And S&P is just getting slammed. 47. Yeah, again, we're coming up on resistance. I mean, the downtrend's still intact. It really needs to break the 50 for a reversal here. Definitely. People with money do whatever they want. The richest country in the world feel like we could be anything. Yeah, I mean, I think with the what they try to do was not overwhelm the hospitals because they weren't sure, and now that we've surpassed that point where the hospitals are not overwhelmed, I mean, we'll see. I mean, I know people that have gotten the virus, and there's a lot of people that don't know anybody that I've talked to, but I know quite a few people that have gotten it, and it's been really weird. It's been some people, and it's been like a mixture. Some people we just it wasn't that bad. It was just I had the sniffles for a couple weeks and it was gone. And then some other people told me hey, it was actually like glass was in my chest and I couldn't breathe. And then other people told me that was just they just had a continuous fever, and they were just bone chilling cold, and they had a little bit of respiratory issues, but nothing like that would need hospitalization or anything. So I don't know. But I do remember, I don't know if you guys remember, but back in February and January, I literally had this cough for 2 months straight, and I would actually run out of breath doing these live streams. I don't know if you guys remember that. I was running out of breath, and I don't know what that was. And the doctor, when I called the doctor, he gave me a Z-Pack, and the Z-Pack didn't do anything. And I called back another week later, and the doctor said, oh yeah, there's tons of these cases propping up. You just got to hang tight, and it'll work its way out. And that's what happened. So I don't know actually what I got, but I've never had a cough linger that long. I never had respiratory issues, but maybe it was something like COVID. I don't know, but it was weird. My friend had a fever for 30 days. Sheesh. I've known some people that have died from it. I also know some people that have recovered. I think there's multiple strains. Yeah. So I don't know. The thing is, you don't know what you're gonna get. You don't know. It's okay, this is the one that's gonna put you in the ICU, or is this the one that's not so bad? Sandy, I was sick in December. That the problem there, unless you were dying, they wouldn't test you. If that was the Rona, I hope I had it. That's what I hope. I hope I had it because my whole family was sick. We were all sick. It was bad. AVGO. All right, let's look at AVGO. Market's about to open here. AVGO. Whoa. Okay, AVGO has earnings next week. They 283. Yeah, they're moving up. They're right at the 200-day, right up in here. So we'll see what happens. I mean, it got rejected right at the 200-day yesterday. So I think today's definitely going to be very interesting. I really don't see a continued bull run. The one thing that I will say is that the home prices, everything has been holding stable, but 9% of mortgages are currently in forbearance. So it depends on if those mortgages that are in forbearance can actually pay those when they come out of forbearance, actually pay that. So that's one of the things that I'll be looking at. All right, market's opening here in just a couple seconds here. Tesla. Yeah, I don't know if Dylan. I don't know if I want to go out and get tested. I don't know if I want to go. If I didn't have it, I don't know if I really want to go and maybe one that's lower risk. I'll go get tested. I don't know if I defeated the Rona. I hope that was the Rona for me because then I could just get it over with. But I don't know. Yeah, Tesla's moving up. S&P's dropping here and open a little bit. Man, Nasdaq is down 45. It's down 40. Wow. what we got going on right now. All right, Zoom is getting crushed here. Zoom is just getting crushed. That is not good. Docu is down as well. Sheesh. Just getting ripped. You can get an antibody test. And if I'm immune, that would take a lot of weight off my shoulders here for my family, but I don't know. Stone Co. Yo, Nate, what's going on? You want to check out AMC? AMC? Let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens here to open. Nasdaq jumped up a little bit, but Nasdaq is definitely struggling. Netflix is down to 409. But yeah, AMC could probably run up. Like that was kind of what we were talking about, like with the casinos. Is, you know, we think that people aren't going to want to go out and do things, but they are. They're going to do it. Yeah, I went to a building. They took my temperature and stuff. It was crazy. Let's see what Netflix is doing, because I'm looking for Netflix for a day trade on here. Netflix looks like it's getting stopped out. Looks like it wants to pop up a little bit. Let me actually change this to the 5-minute here. There we go. Yeah, Netflix looks like it wants to pop out a little bit. Peloton looks like it wants to pop up too. Man, crazy. I'm getting destroyed. What do you consider it a reversal? Which time frame? So I'm trading the 5-minute and the 15-minute chart together. So like if I'm looking for a day trade, like on Netflix right now, what I'm looking for is just confirmation. I don't typically trade within the first 15 minutes, because within the first 15 minutes, oftentimes there's a reversal of the candles. So I kind of just chill. If I'm in a winning position, I'll try to sell. But right now, I'm just kind of hanging back, seeing what happens. I would like for Netflix to come down to the 400 area, but I don't know if I'm going to get it. It may reverse here around the 410 or 411 area, back up to 420 is where I'm looking at. If it could run a 420 today, that would be ideal. But yo, T5, what's going on? Yeah, AMD was it struggling right now? Sheesh. Yeah, we talked about that yesterday. AMD was another one, just kind of like Apple and Microsoft, just hitting its head on resistance and just couldn't get up. You know. But yeah, Netflix. I'm looking for. I got my eyes on Netflix for a day trade right now. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but here we are. Man, DocuSign is getting ripped a new one, and Zoom, sheesh. So we're gonna have to see what happens here. Square's dropping a little bit too. We'll see what JP Morgan is doing. JP Morgan's holding up pretty nice. A lot of red on my watch list right now though. It's Facebook. Yeah, Facebook's down $3. Can you guys believe Chipotle yesterday? Can you guys believe Chipotle? It opened up at 1086 and dropped from 1086 down to 1010. And we talked about this on the live stream, and I didn't want to get in front of that because it's been constantly going up for months. And I wasn't even watching it because that got hit hard. And it's still going down. But yeah, it looks like the market is tanking right now. S&Ps are up 17. Dow's still up 247, but Nasdaq's down 0.6% right now. It's just getting hammered. It's gonna be interesting. This is definitely interesting. Alibaba dropped hard. Look at that. 203 down to 200. So if anyone's trading Alibaba, be mindful. China sanctions are still on deck, but Netflix is looking okay. So we'll see if we can get a trade in. We'll see if I can get some calls in Netflix. Dude, I don't know. Beyond, I was trading Beyond last week, and I barely got out with a profit because last week when it topped 140, 144, 142 area, I didn't get out because I thought it was going to go up, and it didn't, and it struggled. It came all the way down to 134. I was able to get out of it last week when it popped back up to 140, but it was really struggling. Beyond's really struggling around this. Look at this 140 area, just struggling. Now it's below resistance, so you got to be careful. Yo, Luke, Chipotle's not making anyone sick lately. However, DKNG's running a little bit here. DKNG's running nice, popping up about 3.5%. So some good news. DKNG's running. Gapped up nice and it's holding. So we'll see. We'll see if we can get DKNG a little bit. Yeah, Shopify. Yeah, Shopify just got the axe too. 853 pre-market yesterday down to 733. I mean, and the thing is, like, all of us were like, hey, we should short this, and then we just keep getting squeezed. I mean, look at this. People have been wanting. I mean, I've been wanting to short Shopify, but you just don't know what the timing is, and how do you know that it's not going to blast off into 1,000 until it gets rejected? And then even then, when it got rejected, like when it ripped up from 368 to 650, it dropped down to 550. Whoa! It dropped down to 550, and people were loading up short because they thought it was going to come back down to 400, 450 area, and it ripped them a new one. You know, so you know you want to be careful about stocks like Shopify. But now the wheels are literally falling off hard. Yep, ARJ, you're welcome. Glad you're enjoying yourself. Just be mindful. As quickly as you make money, it could all fall apart. So just be mindful, play defense, you know, take it easy, see what happens. But yeah, I mean, stocks are getting ripped a new one right now. And Docu's just falling hard. But Netflix is holding, so I might be looking to get long a little Netflix right here. I am liking where it's at, but I want to be careful. Verizon's pumping, Daniel. VZ. Oh, nice. Let's see where Verizon's at right now. Man, Verizon's in a heck of a downtrend right now. Heck of a downtrend channel here. It's pumping up, but is it enough? But yeah, everything is just dropping. Apple's green though. VXX popping up back up to 33 here. So it opened up around 32.95. VXX popping up. VIX popping up as well, man. VIX was 25. Hit 25 pre-market, 26 area. Whew. What do I think about ZM? I'm currently long Zoom for earnings for next week, but it's not going well. Not going well. You know, Zoom I think could definitely come down to the 150 area. The thing is that what Zoom is being impacted right now is they're thinking that if, you know, when everything reopens, Zoom is going to be used less and it's not going to be that much of a factor because people are going to be going back to work. So, man, Nasdaq down 70 now. So whether that's true or not, I don't know. This is just all based on speculation, of course. Right? It's all based on speculation. But at this point, I may actually have to hold into earnings. All right, Netflix, still eyeing you. I gotta wait for the next 15-minute candle here, but it's looking good. Netflix is looking decent. Amazon's down 40. Google's down 10. However, Goldman Sachs, GS up 6. Bank of America. Bank of America got slammed up there, though. See, when you think like you want to get... See, like when you think that you want to get long, they do this. Like when your mentality shifts, you're like, hey, maybe I could be a little bit long right now. They do this to you. You know, they do this to you. It's not right. Yeah, Home Depot, I think, was moving up based on, oh man, Home Depot got hit hard. They gapped up, but ouch. Actually, they didn't gap up. That was the pre-market. They opened up, Home Depot opened up a little bit flat, 242. But yeah, the S&P looks like it wants to come back down to 3,000. Seems to like that area. SPY back to 299, 300 area. Yeah, Docu is legit wild. So you kind of have to hang tight, because I mean look at this candle. I mean these are 5-minute candles here. In 10 minutes it's dropped 7 points, and now it's back up 4 points from its low. I mean you gotta hang tight. Netflix. All right, Netflix. What can we do? Let's see here. Netflix. What can we do? Maybe by the 4:15 call for next week expiration. That's what I might be doing. So we'll see what happens. Who's they? Whoever. The algos. But yeah, I mean, looks like S&Ps are trying to bounce up a little bit. Nasdaq just got back 20 points, which is pretty big. You know, Nasdaq just bounced back a little bit here, so we'll see. We'll see right now. Right now, it's a wait and see. Baidu, Alibaba, all at their lows here. Baidu probably has a little more room to fall, probably down to like the 103 area I was looking at. Alibaba. So all these stocks are going to be impacted by potential Chinese sanctions. So, and there's supposed to be some sort of announcement by the end of the week. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. There may be opportunity there. I got to research some more, looking more into it. But apparently there might be some announcements by the end of the week regarding what the administration wants to do about China. How close do you usually hold your iron condors? Iron condors, I usually go to like 30 to 50% profit. So whenever I hit those targets, I take them off. I mean, for an iron condor to go to max profit is I'm not gonna say it's impossible, but it's hard. Unless you get like a super big premium crush and it's in the middle of your strikes and things just work out, and sometimes it works out like that. But you know, the longer that you have a trade on, the more risk that you're exposing yourself to. So if you have an iron condor at 40, 50% profit, why try to run it up and expose yourself to more risk? Better take it off and realign yourself and trade again, right? Yeah, XLF. How's XLF doing right now? XLF ripping 24. Is there a trend reversal? Yep. So it looks like XLF now above resistance. So let's see if it can hold it. XLF can definitely run here. So the thing about XLF, if you're trading XLF, you want to give yourself time because it's a slow mover. I mean, it's only a 20-point ETF, so you want to take your time with it. And Boeing is dropping now. Square's down 2%. Square's wild, man. DocuSign's already back up to 125. Look at that. So you want to be careful. If you're trading DocuSign, be careful, because also the strikes, there's not a lot of volume on a lot of the strikes, so you want to be careful. You know, like these calls here for this week, like the 125 calls are only 117. Bid and ask is 45 cents, so you want to be careful there. You know, going into June, if you're looking at June, bid and ask as well. Only 20 volume, so not saying don't trade DocuSign because I do trade it, but you have to go in with certain expectations on liquidity. All right, Netflix got a little rejected here at the 414 level. As you can see here, potential double top here on the 15-minute, also confirmed on the 5-minute. So now it's getting slammed a little bit. So we'll see what happens. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Any other stocks you guys want to look at before I jump off here? We're going to jump off. I'm going to try to fix up this office a little bit because it looks like it's looking like trash. I also bought I bought a tripod for my camera to clamp onto the desk here. Lowe's. Whoa. Yeah, we looked at AMD. AMD came up on resistance and got rejected, so no surprise there. Lowe's as well, resistance, and so far is getting rejected. I mean, not like it could definitely squeeze above this area, definitely could, but so far it's not. So just be mindful where you are. Be mindful where you are on the 1-year chart here. Be very mindful. Peloton, what's Peloton doing? It's at 40. Yeah, I think that I would like to lay in a little bit short, but I probably would have to go out. I'm probably on Peloton. I'm probably gonna have to go out like 30 days on it or something. You have to go out 30 days, maybe 36 days. Go out to, and I don't like that. There's some volume on the Junes. Been the ask pretty wide. 23 days. I don't think 23 days is enough. Let's get July. July a little bit more volume. Bid and ask a bit tighter in July. So might want to hit July expiration for Peloton. Maybe like the 40 puts I'd be looking at. We'll see what happens here, man. Netflix got hit hard here. 414 back down. So let's see if we can create some sort of support here. But I was looking to get long Netflix a little bit, but I don't know. Costco. So Costco has earnings on Thursday, right? Yeah, Thursday after market close. Which I'm thinking that it's going to be. I think Costco's more aligned priced in. However, on this chart, the range is getting very tight. As you can see here, the range is tight. It wants to explode upward or downward. Right now, it's kind of like in a downward channel, but it could definitely explode to the upside and squeeze a lot of shorts. So right now, the range on Costco is very, very, very tight. And this, I think earnings will decide the fate of which way Costco goes. Because right now it's just basically, I've been trading it kind of between 300 and 310 over the last month or so, and it's been working out. But I don't know what it's going to do for earnings. But yeah, S&Ps are just getting demolished right now. Whew. SPY coming back potentially under 300 again. Nasdaq now down 108. Why didn't I hold on to my short positions? I mean, I got it's mental. It's mental, man. Like yesterday, so I've been trading fairly well. I mean, I've had green weeks back to back for like the last 3 to 4 weeks. And then they came in Tuesday and just really messed up my mindset. And I closed my short positions, and now look at those short positions are all now working out. Facebook would have worked out great. Apple would have worked out. That's how it goes, you know. That's how it goes. That's why if you do the research, if you put the time into the charts and you do your research, you know, I pulled a new mistake. I let the gap up shake me out of my positions, you know, and I did the research on Facebook and Apple, and I had short positions in there, and I let yesterday shake me out because they had this massive gap up. I was down a lot of money, and we came back down here. It started ripping back up. I thought I was going to have some sort of V-shaped recovery on Apple yesterday. I thought I was going to V-shape it up, so I exited, and here we are. I had some great positions on. And that's the thing. And it's been a long time since I've been shaken out like that. Usually I can hold and I stick to my plan and all that, but yesterday for some reason they just got to me. They got to me. We've been trading really well here at Us versus Herd, and yesterday was the day they just tried to stick it to me and they messed up my mentality, and here we are. I mean, so don't feel bad. Don't feel discouraged. When something like this happens to me, you know, I look at what happened, I learn from it, I move forward. That's why we always say we learn a lesson. Do we make money today, or do we learn a lesson? And yesterday, I learned a lesson on, you know, now it's not about being stupid. It's not about, I mean, it happens, and it's definitely psychology. You know, it wasn't. I definitely didn't anticipate that much of a gap up, which threw me off yesterday. And I had a big feeling it was going to give it up, and Apple, sure enough, did give up that gap up, right? So we could have had a great intraday trade. Well, some people when that type of thing happens, some people get angry. I don't get angry because it's the only way to learn. If you get angry, you're never going to learn how to trade options successfully. If you get angry at this, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that, blah blah blah. You know, if you get angry about it, you're never going to win. So you just need to take what you can. I mean, what's in the past is in the past. Learn from it, move forward. You know, move forward. Learn from it and move forward. That's all you can do. You're never going to time it perfectly. You're going to have bad days. You're going to have bad weeks. You might even have a bad month. But take what you can learn from that and be profitable. Market only moved yesterday because of fake news. I mean, yeah, and we knew this. We knew, and I knew it. They still shook me out because of, you know, same thing happened. They had GILD, same thing happened, pop up, fade. The mRNA news, pop up, fade. And then yesterday, the NVAX news, pop up and fade. So I don't know why they got to me. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, things are tanking hard right now. Boeing's still green, but this doesn't look good. Netflix down. Let's see, TLT. I'm kind of interested in TLT around the 163 area. TLT could be a good play here. You know, it's right down here at support, 162, 163 area. This could really pop up to 165 area, I believe. Daniel, you gotta sit and watch. This is crazy right now. I mean, this double top on Netflix, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful right here. But as you can see here, they're not playing games today. S&P just went negative. They are not playing games today. So today's the day you want to find some good setups and just kind of relax. You don't want to go crazy. You know, you just want to relax. Oh, it's from yesterday. Yeah. But TLT maybe moving up. Let's see what's VXX doing. VXX ripping hard. This is definitely interesting. And now that I close out those shorts, it's like you don't want to short again. It's like. But we'll see. I'm gonna pop off here. You guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.